How are we today? Good morning. Sorry, my Wi-Fi was just playing up a bit. How are we doing today? This is Magdalene Adenike giving you another weekly snippet of information. Today I'm going to be talking about procrastination and giving us 4 reasons why we procrastinate. There's so many reasons out there, but I'm just going to cut it short and just stick to 4 reasons. 4 reasons why we as individuals and human beings procrastinate. What is procrastination? That is a question. What is procrastination? Procrastination means waiting to the last minute to get things done. Waiting to the last minute to get things done. But the question is, why do we procrastinate in the first place? You know you have to get something done. Why do you wait to the last minute? Why don't you just get it done so that way it's out of the way and you move on to the next thing? But everybody's wired in a different way. So some people like that whole last minute or come and you're rushing to just get it done. And some people like order, so they know that, okay, I have something to do. Let me just get it done and get it out the way. So I'm going to be just talking about 4 different reasons on why we as individuals and as human beings procrastinate. Number 1, get a pen and paper, guys. Get a pen and paper. Number 1. Last minute junkies. I just talked about it briefly. Last minute junkies. Some people thrive on that adrenaline rush that you have at that last minute. You have an essay to hand in. You've been given a date earlier on, but you've just been, I don't know what's different things been happening in your life, but you know now you're coming to the deadline. So maybe the deadline's tomorrow or Friday or maybe next week, and you start just going on overdrive. Some people like that. So they're last minute junkies. That's good sometimes, but other times, can you cope? Can the body cope with that? With all of that going on at that last minute? Can you cope? Are you giving the best of what you need to give to in that last minute? Anything can happen at any time. Why risk it to the last minute? That's my thing. That's my take on it. The second thing, get a pen. No clearly defined end dates. No clearly defined end dates. So I've made an example about handing an essay in. So you're in school and you know that by this date, so for example, Friday is the 18th. So by Friday the 18th, you have to hand in your assignment. And you've been given this assignment, I don't know, since September or something, or October, and you need to hand it in by Friday the 18th of November. That is the end date. So you know that by the 18th of September at 12 p.m., you must hand in your assignment. But what if there is no clearly defined end date? And you know you have to do something, but there is no end date. That's another reason why people procrastinate, because there is no end date. They just go along life and just do what they like. But the thing about it, especially when you look at your life goals and there is no end date to anything that you say you want to achieve, by procrastinating, what you're doing, you're opening the doors for depression. You're opening the doors for frustration. You're opening the doors for seeing yourself as if you're nobody. So in a sense of lack of worth, self-worth, that you feel that you're nobody. Why? Because you see everybody around you doing something and you feel that, oh, everyone is leaving you behind and you're not doing anything. That's what procrastination do. When there's no clearly defined end date for anything, assignment or not assignment, but look at life goals in life, then you leave it, and you just leave it because you just, I'll do it tomorrow, but like I said, you're opening the doors for so many other things to creep in, and then you begin to knock your confidence, because it affects your confidence. When you then begin to feel low, feeling depressed, you're feeling frustrated, what's happening to your confidence is that you're knocking your confidence every day that goes by. So my tip to you guys is, put a clearly defined goal to whatever it is you're doing. If it's not something that is external, if it's something that is internal that you're working on, put a clearly defined goal. So you're holding yourself accountable, because you know you by this date, you must do X or Y or whatever it is you have to do. Number 3, laziness or lack of will. Laziness or lack of will. Everything I'm saying are intertwined, but I'm just trying to pick up some few topics to kind of just dwell on, but they're kind of really intertwined. Laziness or lack of will. Laziness or lack of will. Why? I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, let me just sleep 1 more hour. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, I can't do it today. Oh, you see, so many things have happened today. I'm so tired now. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes. Oh, yeah, I have to go here. I have to do this. You know, we have all these excuses that we give. and we say we'll do whatever we need to do, that thing that we've been procrastinating about, we keep pushing it to the next day, to the next day. After a while, you just kind of like, you know what, I can't be bothered anymore. Let's just be. So 1 year goes by, 2 years go by, 3 years, and that's it. It just piles up to be a massive junk, and in that room or in that office or whatever it is that you're procrastinating over. I've already talked about it. You can't afford to procrastinate in life. You just can't, because what you're doing is that you're wishing your life away without having actually put in any indelible footprints of a long-lasting legacy for the next generation. I don't know if you understand what I just said. You're not leaving you're not leaving a proper footprint for others to follow, because if you have children and they see mommy or daddy or the elder in the house saying, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this tomorrow, and every time they see this, that thing is still there, what are you teaching that child? What are you teaching that child? What exactly are you teaching that child to do? You're teaching that child how, in a sense, to also procrastinate. So laziness, when it comes to your life, you can't afford to be lazy, because you're not only affecting yourself, you're also affecting people around you, especially if you have children. So you're affecting the next generation. Lack of clarity. That's number 4. Lack of clarity. When you don't really understand what it is you need to do, that's when you begin to procrastinate, because you'll be like, I know I need to do something, but I don't know what, and I don't really understand what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Then you begin to procrastinate. As a result of that, so you may not say it audibly, but at the back of your mind, you're having that kind of discussion taking place, and you're saying, as a result of not having a full understanding of what it is I need to do, let me push that to one side. Let that just stay in one side. I'll come back to it. That's always the case. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. But really and truly, do we really come back to it? Do we really come back to it? Because, life takes place and so many things comes into our way. And when we don't have an understanding of something, that just kind of goes to the bottom of the list. And if you have a list, there's always something that you're always adding to that list, and that thing that you say you'll come back to, do you actually come back to it? You may come back to it maybe after a week or after a month or 6 months or a year, 2 years. You may never come back to it, depending on what it is, because you forget and just carry on with other things that are happening in life. So a lack of clarity is the 4th reason why we procrastinate. Like I said earlier on, there's so many reasons why we procrastinate, but I've just kind of taken 4 things which are all kind of intertwined in their ways. 4 things that I just wanted to talk about. So the first one was last minute junkies. So just to kind of quickly summarize, last minute junkies for people who just like to do things lastminute.com. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't really advise that. 2, no clearly defined end dates. When you're pursuing after something, especially within your life goals, and you don't have a clearly defined end date, you procrastinate and say, there's no rush, I'll do it tomorrow. Who says you will see tomorrow? I'm just putting it out there. The 3rd thing, laziness or lack of will. I'm tired. I can't, I worked so hard yesterday. I need to just rest. I will do it at 10 o'clock. I'll do it at 12 o'clock. And this and that. You just say, you're just giving all manner of excuses not to actually do what it is you need to do. Laziness or lack of will. Number 4, lack of clarity. You don't fully understand what it is you need to do. I give that. You don't understand what it is you need to do. But what's stopping you from actually finding out? What stops you from finding out what it is you need to do that will help you to achieve that goal that you've been procrastinating over? So I've just said 4 different things. I've just given us 4 different things that hinders us as human beings from achieving what we need to achieve. I'm just trying to get some information up here. But I do have a one-to-one mentoring program that I'm offering, and it's called Change Your Mindset and Walk in Your Purpose. Change your mindset and walk in your purpose. And I'm just going to briefly read out what it says. It said, what has stopped you from understanding your why and walking in your purpose? What mistake did you make in the past that is still acting as a hindrance to your progress? Register now for Success Mentoring Program. Success Mentoring Program says, change your mindset and walk in your purpose. Procrastination is a thing of the mind. It's a thing of the mind. Once you change your mindset to say, you know what, I need to achieve X, and then you go for it, you begin to take baby steps in towards achieving it. It's a mindset switch. So change your mindset and work in your purpose. This is a mentoring program for an intensive 8 weeks one-to-one mentoring program, and it's £99, guys. I'm doing it for £99. The Success Mentoring Program, an intensive 8 weeks one-to-one program. If you are interested, send me a message, an inbox message on my Facebook page, which is at m@m@1, and let us get talking. Until next time, stop procrastinating. Get on with whatever it is you need to get on with. I will speak to you next week. I try to do one Facebook live video a week on my Facebook page. So I will see you again next week. Have a great day. Bye for now.